In today's video, I will share with you the one method that I and my students utilize that helps us find products that can make us $5,000, $10,000, and even $20,000 per month consistently without doing any product research. So be sure that you stay tuned. Now, if this is your very first time to my channel, very welcome, and consider subscribing. Also hit the bell as I drop brand new content every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, about Amazon FBA tips and tricks that you can take and utilize out there in your business today. Now, if you're just starting to wanting to sell on Amazon, or maybe you've been selling on Amazon, I'm pretty sure that one of the most conflicting things and really the most time-consuming things is product research. And honestly, it can get very frustrating. I know when I first got started, I was watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, was part of a whole bunch of Facebook groups, and it just really never seemed that like I had a grasp on a very viable product research method that was able to find me consistently profitable products that I can go back and simply rinse and repeat and make sure that I can rely on to find me profitable products all the time. So I know I got to the point where I was just very frustrated with this whole product research thing, and I just had it. And I knew that there had to be some way for me to be able to find products that are profitable, that fit a criteria that I personally love and I personally wanted to sell within, and also that I can have it automated and without me spending hours on research, and also be able to have it on rinse and repeat. Listen, I'm pretty sure, if you have launched a product on Amazon, or even thinking about wanting to launch a product on Amazon, you've thought of outsourcing, some of the tasks, like, creating photography, or maybe even creating your listing, or having someone go out there and find you, good converting keywords. Or there are, several things that you can be outsourcing when it comes to your FBA products, right? But the one thing that you haven't really outsourced or thought of outsourcing is the actual product research. Now let's think about that for a quick second. Why exactly haven't you really outsourced that task? Is it because you are skeptical that those who know what your product is that can actually go out there and sell it? That's viable, right? Is it because maybe you've never heard about it, right? Which is very possibly. Or maybe is it because that you just are looking at, the whole thing in a very narrow, lens, right? But what I want you to do is I want you to open up your mind a little bit to this concept, because literally in the past, I want to say a year, inside of probably 2019 entirely, I really did not do any product research. I simply hired people that went out there and found products according to my personal criteria. I gave them my criteria, and instead of me sitting around, in front of a computer for hours and hours and hours, I simply paid someone else to do it for me. Now, you probably have heard the saying, great leaders are those that are able to delegate tasks to other people, right? So you want to be a business owner, right? An operator. So you want to work on your business, not inside of your business. And maybe at the, right now you're like, well, I do have a whole bunch of time in my hand and I can sit in front of the computer, but sometimes what happens is it just gets a little overwhelming after spending hours and hours and hours researching. And then let's say you found one product. Well, that's great. But what about when you want to find, a second and third and fourth? And I really hope that that's the goal, right? Because the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, and why should your Amazon business only have 1 stream, right? If anything happens, God forbid, that listing gets, crushed, or it gets taken down, or you get a hijacker, you're done. You only have 1 product, so you never want to really rely on 1 product, right? You want to have multiple streams of income, multiple products generating your revenue inside of your Amazon business. So if you have done it once, great. You spent, let's say 3, 4, 5 hours, found a product, but I'm pretty sure that maybe the reason why you haven't really looked into launching new products is simply because every time you think about it, you're like, I just don't want to sit in front of my computer and spend even more hours and more hours, because I know it was so paining the first time I did it. That's why I'm sharing this method with you. So here's what we do. We simply find people that is what they do for a living, right? Sometimes people ask, well, why does Alibaba, not sell their own products directly on Amazon? Or why does Amazon allow us sellers to sell on their own platform. Why don't they sell their own products in their own platform? Because that is their business model. Their business model is creating a platform, right, for people like me and you to come and bring our own products and sell it there, right? So the same thing with these VAs or assistances or whatever you want to call them. Their business model isn't to go out there, find products and sell it on Amazon. Their business model is to go out there, find a whole bunch of products and come sell them to you, right? And that's what they do for a living. So what you do is you simply utilize their systems and their time, right? By simply telling them, here's what I need you to find me. I need you to find me a product that makes X amount of sales per month, that does, sales between this price and that price, weight, size, all the different criteria, which, as I promised, if you do stick around until the end of the video, I will share with you my personal product research criteria for completely free. Now, if you're wondering, well, where do I find these VAs? I personally have used a website called Fiverr.com, which I'm pretty sure many of you guys have heard of it. Another website I have also used is Upwork. Another website I have used is FreeUp, right? All the links to those websites are going to be in the description below. Now, also what I'm going to share with you in the description below is a link to a script that you can simply copy and paste when you go out there and contact these people to simply tell them exactly what you need, and you can utilize my product research criteria to tell them, hey, here's what I say, here's what I need, here's the product research criteria that I want you to look within, right? And just go to work. Now, I'm pretty sure you're probably wondering, well, that sounds great, but I'm pretty sure these people are probably going to be charging me a whole bunch of money. Wrong. In fact, many of those people actually live in, third world countries where really the minimum wage is very little, You might be living in the US or Canada or UK or somewhere in Europe where minimum wage is anywhere between $10 to $12, $13, even $15, where in, these parts of the world, minimum wage is really, a couple bucks, maybe even less than $1, right? So we are simply utilizing expertise that's simply underutilized, because I know that every time I tell people about this strategy, they are mind blown by how underutilized this method really is. So simply for about, $50 to $120, you can find someone with giving them your product research criteria, which you're gonna use mine this time, right? And they can actually go out there and find you about 2 to 3 products that at least, at minimum, one of them would be viable and would fit your criteria 100%. And if you really think about it, my product research criteria can help you locate products that have the minimum, can make you a minimum profit of about $3,000 to $5,000 per month. So even if you pay $100 or even $200 for these people to go out there and find you products, really, once profitable, you would have made hundreds of X ROI on the amount of money that you have invested. But that's not the most beautiful thing about it. The most beautiful thing about it is that now you are equipped with a product research method that that every time you can turn on a switch, you can find profitable products on demand without you spending hours and hours and hours researching, and instead you can actually delegate those hours to operating your business and really growing it to the next level. Now that you are equipped with this amazing strategy that I personally have been utilizing for the past year and have been teaching my students to do so for the past 4 to 6 months now and have had massive success, you should go out there and utilize this method to really crush it on Amazon. So guys, once again, I truly hope that you guys found this video valuable. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing if this is your first time to the channel, and be sure to hit the bell, as every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, I do drop brand new content about selling on Amazon, tips and tricks, and really give you a bunch of actionable, value and content that you can, deploy out there and put it to action and crush it on Amazon. Now look, I know you're probably like, well, Bashar, this is an awesome strategy, but selling on Amazon is not just about finding a great product, Well, how do I ship the product to Amazon? How do I find a good supplier? How do I launch the product when, Amazon drops you all the way in the back of the searches? How do I get it to the top of the pages? All these things, I'm pretty sure they're going through your mind. And if you want me to hold you by hand and simply walk you through the entire process, I could also do that for you. So what I have done is I have made available 2 spots on my team where, we can actually take you as a client and work with you and simply show you how everything is done. If you want to know how that would work, there is a small application process where you can find a link to it in the description below. fill out a short survey, and then you can jump on a call with me or one of my team members where we discuss exactly where you are in the process, what it is you're trying to accomplish, and find out if we can help you and if we are a good fit. Once again, guys, Bashar Katu here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have yourselves a great week and take care.